Inside this package are a couple of things that every coin collector needs. You're watching Catalogue Hunter, stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is James and you're watching my channel Catalogue Hunter. My good friends at Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press have sent me a package with some pretty awesome resources, the kinds of things that every collector needs to have to support their foray into the hobby. I'm going to open this package and I'm going to show you exactly what we've got here. I'm pretty excited about it. These are some pivotal resources that I've just received from my good friends at the Charlton Press and at Lighthouse Canada. I have the updated Charlton Standard Catalog of Canadian Coins. This is the 77th edition. It's dated 24/25. I've been using the 2023 edition. I know some of you might not care to update your price guide and catalog every year, but it's going to have all of the new issues. There's lots of good new information. But the 2024-25 catalog actually has something really cool. I've shown this in previous videos, the reprint of the Hans Zoll catalog from 1961, its variety catalog. In the 2023 version, at the back, we had the nickels and cents. So this is part one. In the 2024, it's got all of the dimes. If I get into it, this is part two of the catalog, all the 10-cent pieces going back to Victoria and all the way up to 1960. So interestingly, it's only part two, only the dimes in this. It doesn't include the cents and the nickels. So if you want that information, you've got to get it in the older one. So that's one reason why you might want to upgrade. Something I've noted in this catalog is that it's quite a bit shorter, maybe 30 or 40 pages shorter than the older version. And I checked to see if it's missing information, and it's not actually. What it's done, though, is condensed some of the pages that were in the old version. Here is a page, 2 pages, that are showing some obverse varieties of the Victorian large cents. And in the 2023 and older versions, what you've seen is that, here's an example of the 5 cents. They took a full page for each obverse variety. I always kind of wondered why they needed to have the pictures so large, because you can get across all of that information with smaller pictures here. It still has the same information that details what the differences are. So you know if you've got obverse 2 versus obverse 3, for instance, but it is just a little bit smaller and makes the book a little bit more portable. And again, of course, it's got this spiral bound binding so that you can actually lay it flat on the desk while you're going through your coins, which I find incredible. So this, of course, is my go-to reference guide. If you watch my channel, you know I use this all the time. I have it out for every single hunt. I might now have to have both of these out if I'm doing nickels or dimes or whichever, particularly if I'm looking for some of those varieties. And if you want to get your hand on this book, you can order it from charltonpress.com or lighthousecanada.ca and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 to get 20% off your purchase. You won't regret it. This is a must-have for any collector of Canadian coins. Now, here is one that I just received, and I'm very excited about this. This is a guide to collecting Canadian coinage of Queen Elizabeth II. This is by Christian Hull and Serge Pelletier, and I unfortunately was not able to attend Lighthouse Canada's first numismatic and philatelic fair in Dorval, and Christian Hull was there signing copies of the book, and I would love to have been there. But this is another opportunity for you to see information on errors and varieties. There's all sorts of good information, lots of diagrams, and it covers a couple things. It's errors and varieties, but it's also the different types. So it's going to provide information on the different kinds of coins. It's in full color, so you can see everything here that you could collect, including the colorized versions, right up until the 2023 edition. So this is right up to date, but lots of diagrams. And here's an example where you can see, in this case, this is clash die errors with diagrams. So you can see what you're dealing with. This is overlaying, for instance, the obverse on the reverse of the coin. So you can see where the hanging, say in this case, the hanging 3, where that came from. It's the impression of the queen's chin, and that's why you would see it there. This is a great resource. I'm looking forward to having this by my side and using it as a resource while I'm looking through coins. That's going to be great. The only thing I wish was that it was spiral bound so that I could have it out on my desk a little easier. I kind of have to hold it open. But if you just need to open it up and find the page you're looking for and refer to something and see the diagrams and the pictures and the explanations, that's fine too. But this is the guide to collecting the Canadian coinage of Queen Elizabeth II, types, varieties, and errors, first edition, which you can get right now at lighthousecanada.ca. And again, CRH20 is that exclusive discount code to get 20% off of that. I find, for instance, right now that when I'm collecting coins, I get a lot of pleasure in taking a really close look. I use my microscope, which you can also get. I'll put the link up above here too. And looking for errors and varieties that might have already been in my collection, but I just wasn't aware. So I've shown some videos where I've looked through, for instance, a roll of circulated cents all from the same year, only to find that I've had a variety that I had no idea, like the 1962 harp or guitar variety of the Canadian penny. I had a couple in my collection. It's a variety I was aware of for a long time, but had never really looked closely. And then there are other errors and varieties that I found even in the Hans Zoll catalog, knowing that they've been identified for decades, but I wasn't aware of. They were just lesser known varieties. So these are two great resources that I think will give you the opportunity to have a lot more fun looking through your collection and discovering some interesting errors and varieties. Thank you so much for joining me for a quick look at a couple of brand new resources that you should be using in your coin collecting. You'll see them on my channel. I'm sure I'll be referring to these regularly in my coin roll hunts and my collection searches. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, Cat Roll Hunter, please click that button and subscribe now. I'd really appreciate it. Give the video a like, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when all of my new videos come out. I've got new videos coming out all of the time. Thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. We'll see you again next time. The sponsors of today's video are Lighthouse Canada and the Charlton Press. Lighthouse Canada is the leading supplier of high-quality numismatic supplies in Canada, and the Charlton Press is the leading publisher of coin and paper money catalogs and price guides for Canadian collectors. Go check out their online stores today and use the exclusive discount code CRH20 for 20% off all your purchases.